Much better. A whole lot bigger. All right. We out here. We doing this again. What was I doing?
Let's try something different.
Ooh.
We made it.
Wow.
Ahoy! Watch your step, mate.
Holy lag. Something's going crazy. Maybe downscaling is in order. There you go. Goodbye. Let's see if he's getting on skill level. So this just needs to be a crit build for sure.
Hand of Chayula can be used to apply curses and marks onto a target. Socket any curses.
Destruction. A tragedy.
We reached these shores under the first full moon. Tassalil made the sea here rich beyond measure. We slipped deeply and knew nothing of the dangers of this place. Tarfor offered us living wood, and Valakor was kind. We saved for the bounty of our new home, Exile, to the beautiful foul creature as she watched from Lani Hora's palace in the sky. We found abandoned homes. Others lived here before us. This was a sign that we had chosen well. We didn't see the statues.
Check something out. Yeah, I think I'll just put this on.
Should be able
That's what I was looking for.
together now. The predator prowls them deep.
Shark boy.
And now it comes to be. Freezing strike! This may be of use to some.
Hmm.
Back to the soil. Frost. Reach out.
Okay. On to down here, I think.
Till next time. I.
There. Good afternoon. Glad I brought that back. Yep.
Anytime.
Um, You know, I should probably just be dumping
Basement
into
halls.
damage
They've been petrified.
for now.
How can I give you time to refocus?
I don't need fire damage.
Count it joy, my beloved.
Join them! Your song will not sway my conviction. Frost crush!
It's the last thing you'll see.
Nice.
This is the final key. What can I do? Oh, a treasure chest. I accept this. Consider it. Do come again.
I've never really.
Muttered when they
What's
she
this?
thought that she was being
Where?
arrested.
Arrested?
Meant I
The
only
final.
Shall we see? Where to? Batten down the hatches.
What did you do this first, I guess? Get it out the way.
Land ahoy.
So this is where the map leads. There you go.
Dude, this game on ultra wide is just fucking awesome.
This appears to be Calcula's equipment. I should talk to Danik. When you survive. This should be interesting.
Hey. Hello. There you go.
position, I must be respectful.
Today I am going to give you my review of Torchlight Infinite as a new player coming from Path of Exile 1 and
That's probably good.
2. I just finished up the campaign, just starting the end game, and I think this is a great break point to provide my insight on what has happened so far in the game and my opinion overall, and to tell you if you should try it as well. My character is over here. It is obviously a berserker. I saw this character and instantly knew this was going to be the character I was going to create. I am level 71, the Lunaria season, which is the current season that just started a couple of days ago. I decided to play the game with this new season. I was contacted by the developers for a collaboration, and here we are. First thing to note, this is the character design. Character design is kinda cool, and you can see that female characters have some attributes For some people that is a positive, for some people that is a negative. It depends on your style and taste. But I am more interested in gameplay, so let's discuss that. In my opinion, moving your character feels good. It is smooth, and that is in an ARPG, in my opinion, the number one most important thing. Yes, systems are important, gear, talents, builds, all of that is important. But it pales in comparison to how important it is, how good it feels to move your character. Moving your character, attacking, using your skills in Touch Infinite feels very good. At least for the warrior, what I have played, it feels very good. If you like fast gameplay in an ARPG where you are jumping across the battlefield and slashing a lot of monsters and all of that, you will love Torchlight Infinite's combat. I have to say that I have been pleasantly surprised by bosses. Bosses have cool designs and cool mechanics. One downside is that the more you advance in the story, they get weaker and weaker, the stronger you get, and they become a pushover. But the bosses like in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, which is like Act 1 and Act 2, they are pretty cool. Like the bosses are cool characters, cool abilities. The thing is that they can become pretty easy really fast. I wish I could tell you what is going on in the story. I have caught some beats or whatever, but I have not paid more attention to the story. I have been more focused on grasping the gameplay. But I can tell you that Chapter 3 feels a little bit more underwhelming in epicness, but Chapter 2 is really epic. I love Chapter 2 in terms of epicness, the characters you fight, the theme of the thing is like the church go rebel or whatever. But it is cool, it is epic, it is awesome. And Chapter 1 is also very epic. We go to a dwarven kingdom and fight the dwarven king. And
Okay, I need to definitely drop some stuff off.
that, like the setting and the characters that you fight, right? My opinion, Chapter 3 is a little bit weaker. It is not bad, it is just weaker in comparison to the first two. Now let's deep dive into the systems, and I will tell you what I like and what I don't like, how I always do. So let's start with what I like. So far, what I have seen in terms of the talent system is really cool. For example, you have like 4 talent trees that you can select. It is not only one talent tree. You select 4 talent trees for a variety of several talent trees. You see, like you have like 6 deities, and each deity has 5 talent trees. So you have 30 talent trees overall. Of course, not all of them will be beneficial to your build, but this way you see the mix and match that you can do, right? So you select a talent tree, you will unlock them with levels. Not all of them are unlocked at the start. You first unlock the first one, then a certain level another, and so on and so forth, right? And then inside each one you have a talent tree of things that you put in here, and after certain breakpoints you get to unlock a bigger talent up in here. So that way you are incentivized to spend a lot of points in one singular tree, right? Until you unlock, and at least until you unlock that one. At this moment I am in my 4th talent tree. I have to say that I like a lot that part of the system. Yes, there are some things that are a little bit boring, like the 27% damage, like that is the talent. But there are other talents that are cool, like +1 to attack skill level is a cool one. Gains a stack of fortitude when using a melee skill is a cool one. +1 max life per 5 strength is a cool one. So but they are more towards the end of the talent tree, right? But one cool thing that I like about this game is that there are several layers of customization for your character. This is only one of them. Obviously, as any game, you have your inventory, and obviously you have the tiers of items, and obviously you have the legendary items, which are the orange ones that provide you like a unique effect, like the uniques in Path of Exile, right? And epics are almost like a legendary, but without the unique effect. So far, since I am not that deep into endgame where gearing starts to matter, I am not that familiar with the gearing system, but I do know that we can craft. You can come in here and click this anvil right here, and you are able to craft on your item. Also, you are able to extract the energy, like in Diablo 4, you can extract the legendary aspect from one item and infuse it on another item of the same type. The two things with crafting that I have seen, which are those two, I am okay with them, I like them. But the most important system for your build, in my opinion, is the skill system. And this will be very familiar to Path of Exile players because it functions a lot like the skill system in Path of Exile 2. You select your core ability, in this case it is Berserking Blade for me, and then you have like what would be supporting skills.
I'm gonna keep these on me.
Support gems in Path of Exile. So
Just gonna
all
work
of
on
these
them.
things outside of it are influencing my main skill. So this gives me damage and other stuff, other bonuses to my main ability. How support gems benefit the main skill gem in Path of Exile. So if you like the support gem system in Path of Exile, you will like these support gems, this support system in Torchlight because it functions exactly the same. And you can equip 5 abilities at the same time. 5
Okay.
skills at the same time. All of them have their supports, but you have to manage the sockets on the skills depending on your level. Then you also have the passives like the auras that take spirit in Path of Exile 2 or reserve mana in Path of Exile 1. You also have them, and you also have their supporting skills, right? This one I cannot activate it because I have the same mana. Look, I don't have more mana to activate this one. So you also can manage that up. You have support gems like this one to try to seal less mana, right? So it is a whole thing. The skill system is pretty good for us Path of Exile players. It is very
Oh, excuse me.
ways of modifying your main skill is always fun, right? Then you have the memory system. This one is unlocked later into the game, but you have like these core attributes in here, core traits for your hero, and to be able to unlock them, you need to put a memory in these sockets. I still cannot use this one because it unlocks at level 75. And then once you put your memory, you can choose one of the 2 traits. This one only has 1, but I chose this one. And when I am level 70, I will have to choose one of the 2. And the memories also give you bonuses. This is not, in my opinion, I am neutral about this. It is cool, it is not detrimental to the game, but it is not something like, oh my god, this is insane. Unless these 2 last things are really transformational for the beat, right? But this hero trait right here is fundamental for your build because it is like the core passive of your characters, and every character has a different trait, and it is basically what people build around. Now there is a system that I don't like that much, and it is the Pact Spirit system. It is not that it is inherently bad, it is that it is just very simple, and it is a flat amount of damage just to have it, right? Like you can see here that you have 3 companions, and every companion you put talents into them, but there is no choice. It is just a line. You unlock a point, you put it, you unlock a point, you put it. So you use the choice in quotes is the 3 companions that you are going to use. That is a choice. But companions are a pain in the ass to get, and this is where people complain because you can get a lot of them for free, but to try to target the one that you want, because you will see that there are a lot of companions. To target the one that you want, most people tend to spend money because it is like you open a box and you have a chance of getting one, right? So you get openings for free, but maybe you don't get the one that you want. So to go again and go again until you get the one that you want, this is where people spend money, right? But the game is free, so they have to earn money somehow. I am not even criticizing the way that you get the pets because I did like the minimum amount of puts and I got some pets that I am playing fine, right? I am criticizing this. It is base, right? Go forward, right? There is no customization in here beyond picking the pet, and you are not always going to get the pet that you want. But as you see, there are many layers of customization, and I love that. You can make a lot of builds in this game, which is cool, and you can even search for builds inside the game. Look, you have this option in here that says Pro Builds. You can click in there, you go to Quick Builds, and you have in here people that are playing your same character, and you can see what they are doing, which is awesome. You can also go to the hero ranking to see what is the people that are pushing the highest content with your class, and you can see what they are doing to get inspired for your own build. So I am playing the Berserker, I look for the Berserker in here, and these are the top level players, these are the abilities that they are using, and you can check their builds in there. This is a skin for the player, by the way, and you can see that these are the skills that he's using. You can check the build and take inspiration for your own build. It is awesome, man. Everything inside the game. Now there is one thing that I don't like that much, and I don't know if it is because I am just starting the end game, but this is the town, the main hub. You will see that there are a lot of NPCs in the town, and a lot of them are related to league mechanics from leagues that already passed, but they became core to the game. This is very familiar to us in Path of Exile 1, right? And even in Path of Exile 2. What happens is that I have no idea what these mechanics are. I have no idea how to engage with these mechanics, how to guarantee these mechanics to find them in my maps. There is no sense of direction. And I know. Are you complaining about that coming from Path of Exile? Path of Exile is like that too. Yes, and I criticize it there too. We need more direction. Because you told with these guys, the tarot path, what the fuck is this? You need 4 more tarot trial activations. But what is this shit? I have no fucking idea. Right? They don't tell you shit. There is something cool. There is an action house. Action house is always good to have an action house. You can use skills in town so you can just move around. For example, I found by luck in a map the crime mechanic. I don't know how it is called, but it is like a crime rating mechanic. And I like it a lot. I want to keep going with the crime rating mechanic. But I have no idea how to guarantee to find it in my map. Like in PoE, you can use a scarab, or you can put points in your atlas, and that way you look for the mechanic. In here, I have no idea how to do it. Maybe there is a way, so but I don't know, and they don't tell you shit about the mechanic itself, right? And that part about, like, I want to find out about these mechanics. It looks cool, but they don't tell me anything, and I don't know what to do. I just got to the endgame system. I will make a separate video for that. I am like up to tier 2. Like if you're doing maps, like tier 1 maps, tier 2 maps, I am in tier 2 maps, so I just started the endgame. I don't have much to say yet. So far so good. I will make a separate video talking about the endgame once I am deeper. But I am telling you my opinions as a new player in Torchlight, coming from Path of Exile, on the systems, on the thing. The campaign is very enjoyable. I really like the campaign. You blast through that shit, you build your character. I build my character, also the difficulty. I build my character how I want it. I didn't look at a light, I didn't do anything. I used whatever I wanted to use, and I didn't get stuck in the campaign. So it is not difficult, but it is enjoyable. You blast, the characters are cool. Another thing but it is because of my personal taste. The game is like too goony. The game is like too goony. Like you can talk with the characters and you can see, right? Like character design is awesome. The character design is good, but it is a goony game. For me, I don't like goony games. Well, I like this game. Look at this. Look at this. I like this game, but it is too goony, right? I don't like that. But there are people that really like this in their games. So it is a matter of taste. If you like your games to have this type of characters, then this is a plus for Torchlight Infinite. There are a lot of characters like this, and they I cannot deny they are hot, right? But I typically don't like that. But typically I am playing for other reasons. That is not the reason I am here, right? But that can be a plus for you, you decide. The game also comes with a drop filter activated already for the early game. You can change it or whatever, but they give you a filter automatically already, and you can just play the game and not worry about that. I have not even paid attention to the filter, and I am doing fine. The leader that follows you around, by the way, look at it, look at it. There is a pretty cool system when you are going through the campaign, and it is that you find these treasure drops that are like a map that you can reset and farm as much as you like, and it has specific drops. So if one of these drops is good for your build, you can just reset the stage and keep going until you get the drop. It's a pretty cool system. Also, you get to farm experience or whatever during the campaign if you need to. You are always up with the level of the campaign if you want, right? You don't need to farm experience, but you can do it. So I like this system, by the way, because it allows you to farm legendary items during the campaign in a deterministic manner. So yes, so far my experience with the Berserker, just completing the campaign in Torchlight Infinite for the first time, has been positive. I am positive towards the game. I nitpick some things just to let you know my opinion, but overall my opinion so far is very positive. I have heard from people that in the endgame is where I am going to probably find more things to pick apart, right? But so far, just completing the campaign, it was cool. I like the movement, I like the character building, I like the character design, I like the boss design. I am very positive, and if you are a campaign player, I will 100% recommend you to do it. If you like blasting a lot of monsters, going fast, whatever, this game plays good, it's good to play, so I will recommend it. I will do another video later when I am deeper into the end game talking about that. But so far so good, and I will recommend you to try. The developers gave me some codes that I can give to my viewers to unlock for free the battle pass. I have 5 codes lying around. I will give them to the first 5 people that comment Papi Jazz in this video. But dude, if you are going to play the game, don't just get the code to get the season pass and not play the game. Let it be for a person that is going to actually enjoy the content.
What kind of fragrance note does yours
Look at
have?
this character, man. That's the fuck. Like, it is a cool character if you know what I mean, dude. But yes, guys, that is my opinion so far on Torchlight Infinite. I will update you with the late game later. Let me know in the comments below if you have played the game before. What do you think about the game? If you are going to try it. I have to tell you that as an ARPG fan, I have enjoyed my stay here so far, and I am hoping that it continues to be the case. So yes, let me know what do you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I a genius? Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride.
Geyser's just a funny dude.
Hello, Exiles. Apologies for the bit of delay. Had a couple moving parts here, but here I am, 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. What do we have to talk about, Exiles? Well, a lot and not a lot, okay? So here's the agenda for today. First up, we're stalling. It's the Stallcast. What in the world is going on? No news from Grinding Your Games. Why is that happening? What could they be cooking? What could be happening on their end? Is there a delay for 0.5? We're going to chat about that. We're going to see the likelihood of that actually occurring. And then about 57 minutes from now, we will be chatting with my friend Misu Shiro on the Still, I want to call it the Still Sane podcast because it's the name of the pod, but maybe we'll shift it to the Still Stalling podcast, you guys, because I mean, let's be real. We're stalling. I legit thought we would have more concrete info on the next update at this point, but GGG, they're not giving us anything yet. But for real, I reached out to Miso after my Path of Exile 2 Must Take a Stand video, and he reacted to it. Now, I didn't see the reaction, okay? But he made not one video, but 2 videos in response.
Okay, so real quick. We got a tweet from our people over at GGG, and it is the most important news ever. We're happy to introduce Kelly. Okay. Finally got a tweet from GGG 27 minutes ago. It's about probably the biggest news we'll get all year. We're happy to introduce Kelly at Kiwi Juicing as our lead communications manager. Welcome to the team. I'm guessing this is her Twitter handle. Kelly GGG. That's awesome. You should follow her, obviously. Hello everyone, I just started my role as of 2 weeks ago. I've been playing Path of Exile for several years and it's a dream come true to be part of the team. You'll likely spot me snooping around streams, idling on Discord, randomly replying on Reddit, and checking out X, where you can feel free to follow me there. Reddit, Twitter, and yep, an announcement is coming soon. Well, congratulations. I need to actually make a little Twitter account for this This is my personal Twitter. So what's on here? It's awesome seeing someone so passionate about it. For 30th launch, brother, you're cooking the brain. No shot. What the fuck? That's funny. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty neat. I'm sure the comments on GGG's post is rational and normal. Get women out of gaming. We don't need their influence. And it's honestly annoying. They are a key demographic and are nothing but a net negative. Stop pandering to progressive. Fire your HR department. Focus on content and ignore the rest. You know what? Let me not open up anyone's Twitter. That's really stupid. That's bait. You got me. Good one. I really wish people like this didn't exist. You and Hitler both. What? Okay. All right. We're not going to linger on Twitter. It's a bad idea. Anyways. Cool. Neat. Lead communications manager. So, finally got a replacement. Neat. Oh, welcome to the team. Back to Pata Exile with Yi.
Hinekora has seen you. But now, one final challenge.
Huh? A challenger? Oh, Yamasi is worthy of Hinekora. Come!
If you serve her, let her witness. Freezing strike!
Catch yourself if you can.
What is this power? To me!
You are not worthy.
Okay, you beat my ass. Okay.
A worthy foe. And a strange one.
Evasion, yes.
That.
The guest is worthy to meet the Mother of Death.
Me.
We saw.
Trial of the Ancestors. Yeah, I think we'll be getting like Toda and Beasts.
Step forward. You may
Just like everyone else.
You will one day be welcomed here. But now, when the time comes.
Okay.
reacts to it. I didn't see the first video. We're gonna react to it today on stream. I saw the second video, and the discourse around
What is Navali's
his
rest?
video had me wanting to talk to him, because it almost seemed like people thought we were beefing and that he was throwing shots at me or dunking on me, including my own brother. My brother was like, yo,
I gotta
Miso's trying to dunk on you, bro. And I'm like, one, okay, go for it, Miso, whatever. But two, we're just making content, right? And, you know, I'm chill with Miso. We talk all the time behind the scenes, so. But I will say, after watching the first video, I do kind of see where some people might be coming from, seeing that we're almost in a cold war of sorts on how we see Path of Exile 2 or have interpreted the original vision from GGG and Jonathan. Now, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior for the more slower paced gameplay, but not slow gameplay, and the more meaningful combat. While me.
Hold on. How do I get here?
The first one is Kaom's test and represents Engamahu, the mother of fire. The second test is Mata's test and represents Tahoa, the son of the forest. The last test is Rakiata's test and represents Dasalio, the father of water. Once you clear all tests, continue forward and you will find another checkpoint that will take you to the silent hall. Proceed inside and you will find an indication to pay your respects at Navali's resting place. Pay your respects, this will unlock Navali's rest permanent buff, and congratulations, you now have 5% increased maximum mana. Next, the spirit of Navali will appear. She will explain a bit more about this duality of being dead and alive at the same time if you continue the conversation. So there you have it, a cool permanent buff that is
Where? Bitch, you where?
most welcome, especially as we are now one step closer.
I'm actually guessing it's an Eye of Kinokura. Not here.
Isu. He likes the zoom. He likes the zoom, and he thinks you should be able to blow up screens pretty quickly in the game. Now, I think you should be able to blow up screens. Just not as fast as we get there now, because it's kind of ridiculous. So that's on the agenda for today. After that, you know, I've got church, we've got our lunch, and yeah. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully everything's working properly. People did. Oh, chat is working properly. Okay, cool. What's going on, people? Hey, Kurt. Hey, Priest of Mork. Hey, Simon. Hey, New Fashion. Hey, Stacks. Hey, Jerko. Hey, Valatis. Yeah, it is early. It's for Miso. This is when he strays.
Oh no!
What
Fuck.
is happening? What is the Miso beef? It's
Ah,
the whole,
okay.
like, hey, thanks for the follow, Garf. Whoa, Garf. What do you? Whoa, I recognize that name. How are you not following me on Twitch, brother? I agree with Jazz. Meaningful combat at the start, then toward endgame blasting. Jazz is the best take. All right, my man. I agree with you too. However, should it be an on-off thing as it currently is for a lot of builds? I think it needs to be smoother. We're basically in the same state as 0.1.
So we're getting a
where
sale.
It's more
Bro,
meaningful.
dude,
You have
this
to engage with the
get-
monsters
oh,
throughout.
God.
And then in endgame, you stop caring about the monsters. Your build is online and basically killing them too fast. I want to actually have to watch what the monsters do, dodge their abilities, be like, oh
You know
my
what?
God,
I don't actually care
there's
about 5%
X
more
monster,
mana.
There's Y monster. There's Z monster. I need to care about what they're doing as opposed to, uh-oh, there's a degen. There's a ground degen. Oh, there's a non-death effect. Oh, I gotta watch out for that. You know how ridiculous that is? That's what you care about in the end game? That nothing else is scary or dangerous? Like, that, I feel like that is so obviously boring, but so many people totally disagree with me. I don't, it's just fundamentally different takes. And no, that doesn't mean I want a Dark Souls game, although, God, really like No Rest for the Wicked, which is basically a Dark Souls game, I hear. So. Ah, yes. Hey, Solo Leveling. Good to see you too, brother. I just want swords from the love of God. 2 of the 3 PoE2 streamers that I actually watch can't be beefing. No. Okay, it's a fake beef. It's a fake beef. People made this up in the comments, but when my brother was like, yo, what's going on? I was like, all right, you know what? Let's get Miso on the pod, because you know me. I would rather talk to someone one-on-one rather than beef, you know. Almost everyone. I've got one blacklist. 100% ground degens being scarier than mobs.
It's me. I'm the one blacklist.
But that is like the end game, essentially. The ground degens.
Certified tri-hater over here.
Or there's the 100% to 0% one hit that will fly at you and take you out. So cool in theory, but doing 50 maps a day like this would be too exhausting. Okay, Niels, that's the thing too. Yeah, you know.
That's the Templar.
He will know how to aid you.
That's the other one, the whole repetition, like it's too repetitive and that's too boring. My brother,
I think.
If you're doing 50 maps already, isn't it like repetitious? What if you only do 15 maps? You're rewarded more for those maps because there are fewer mobs, the mobs are harder, and you actually have to engage with the content. It's the whole debate that I said a long time ago that I thought was silly, all right? And he's great, but he popularized this. He said this multiple times before. Like, Zizarin wants to be able to watch Netflix on his side monitor when he plays, right, in endgame. You know, just chill, right? I despise that. When I game, guys, don't come up. Like, when I game in PoE 1, I do that because that's the type of game that is. I was just seeing PoE 2 as being a chance to be something a little different. Because I feel like the field is a little, it's a little flat, it's a little stale. I think last Epoch, PoE 1, Diablo 4, Torchlight Infinite, I feel like they fill out the same niche, right? They're all just slightly different flavors, right? But it's obvious that since PoE 1 kind of dominated the ARPG genre after following in the footsteps of Diablo 2, a lot of games have been chasing that sort of feel, and it's the same sort of gameplay. It's the go from one screen to the next, blowing up packs of mobs very quickly, and you get that power pretty quickly in all these games. I'd argue in Last Epoch, it's actually the slowest. Like, you don't blow up screens as fast in the other games. And you know, PoE 2 has just followed in those footsteps, right?
I don't see what's wrong with that.
Was always supposed to happen, right?
It's an ARPG.
Screens. I just argue that the progression to that is a little too quick. Oh, goodness, guys.
But, like, again, it works, though. I'm not saying no need to reinvent the wheel. I think there's plenty to reinvent. And I feel like for what we're playing right now, comparative to PoE 1, I mean, I don't know, they feel pretty damn different. Like, I don't know how much more different do you need it to be before it's a completely different kind of game. I'm not trying to be, like, again, a hater or anything, but, like, I just don't understand, like, the logic behind it, I guess. Like, it just, I don't know. I don't know, PoE 2 already feels plenty different. I don't see why we need to go further out. Especially, I think after 0.5, we'll really be able to figure out how much more different they're willing to go. Because I don't know. I guess just based off of what Mark said about the Atlas everything. I guess I don't know if he was referring to just the Atlas passive tree or the Atlas in general, or both. But yeah, I don't know.
It's beautiful outside. You know, here where I live in the Midwest, it ping pongs between temperatures. And even though it's beautiful outside, yesterday it was 75. Today, right now, it is 35 degrees. 35 degrees. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, D2 wasn't like that? Right. Right. Yeah. I totally. I think that all these ARPGs chased PoE 1 due to its success. I think D4 takes a lot from PoE 1 in terms of gameplay pace. In my opinion. Which, by the way, you guys, don't come at, please don't hunt me, okay? But let me know in the comments if you're gonna be like me. Right now, I'm finishing up No Rest for the Wicked, my first playthrough of it. Absolutely love the game. It's given me such a broader view on the genre, on games. I need to play more games, guys. I need to play different games. I can't just be set in stone with PoE 2. This break has been kind of good. Lovely game. I think my dad has been playing Diablo 4. He loves it. I think I might play the new expansion if PoE 2 is like not coming out until like May 8th or later, May 15th. I think I'm going to play the new expansion and give it a go. Anybody else playing it? And yeah, I swapped from... I made a new character on No Rest for the Wicked. Remember, I was doing the Great Sword Claymore build for the longest time. I made a new character. Went double daggers. Guys, why did I choose Great Swords as my opening weapon? Why am I using a Claymore? It's night and day. Okay, sure.
What about it?
It's cool. It made me fall in love.
What about
with
it?
the game,
It's night and day.
But double daggers, guys.
Why is it better?
Oh my gosh, I'm able to maneuver throughout the game so much easier. I literally got to level 10 in like an hour and a half.
What makes it easier? Is it because you're not
crazy?
What makes it easier? Is it because you're not as slow? Is it because you are not moving so fucking slow that it's easier? Because slow is basically bad in an RPG.
This design is unlike anything.
Yeah, Nico, it's Fahrenheit where I am. Yeah. No, yeah, it's not Celsius, it's Fahrenheit, guys. I'm doing well, ZX Swan. How are you doing, man? Grim Dawn's the king of slow. No Rest for the Wicked is amazing. Can't wait for more content there. Me too. Now, I haven't finished it, so you know I haven't experienced all the content yet. The farthest I have got is I'm in the Woodlands and the Lowland Meadows. So I'm in like the Corrupted Wood and the Lowland Meadows. I'm like level 20. I think I'm level 20 in my highest level character. I know how much I hate it gets, but I love Diablo 3. I never played a lot of Diablo 3. Never playing Diablo 4 again. I'm gonna give it a go. You like my orange color? Hey, Morph dude, thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't take a shower this morning. Okay. I also didn't change for my clothes from yesterday. And I did go out to a bar yesterday. Did not drink. So if you recognize me in this orange, you know, you saw me at the bar with my wife and our church group. We went bowling yesterday. Anybody know what bowling is? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? It's actually pretty rad, okay? Don't diss it before you try it. It is using a football to bowl. Ooh. It's pretty sick, okay? You take turns tossing football at a row of bowling pins, 9 bowling pins, and when the ball hits the ground, it's live. So it can bounce around, it can knock over the pins, balls from other lanes can come and hit your pins over. So it's the game of offense where you're throwing it, and then it's the game of defense of when the ball hits the ground, it's live. So you got to defend your pins. It's really, really fun. An American football. So it's an American football. Yep.
Ew.
What's next? Playing football with a bowling ball?
That's pretty good.
Hey, man. I feel like there'd be a lot more brain injuries if we did that, and there's already way too many. D4 new expansion is the first time I've considered playing since launch. I tried the other expansion. I tried season 6, but I never played very long.
The scale of this excavation.
That sounds something like my 6-year-old self would come up with, but man, just because your 6-year-old self would come up with it doesn't mean that it would not be ridiculously fun, and it is so much fun. Why am I up so early? To do a pod with Miso Shiro. Okay, and I did not drink. We weren't having beer, so I can imagine if we were drinking beer. I don't even drink beer. I don't know why I said that. If I was sipping a margarita or a Long Island iced tea, it would be so much more fun, you guys. Hey, Saber, what's happening, man? I appreciated your comment on my unhinged toxic try video. You guys, hey, GG could, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What is GGG cooking here, okay? What's going on? Everybody expected news about 0.5 by now. They have been silent since February. Everybody remembers in February.
You just know that because they're so quiet about it, it's gonna be a fucking banger. Hopium, whatever. I think it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be disgustingly good. It's gonna be everything we've ever wanted and more. I think. I hope.
On their own website and not on some Chinese video on Bilibili that 0.5 is going to be pretty huge. I think they said pretty huge, not pretty massive. Yeah, pretty huge. And we will reveal our full plans at the end of April or late April. I think it's the end of April. And obviously there's been nothing. Now everybody's freaking out for one big reason, you guys. Two big reasons. One, people are like addicted to Path of Exile 2 and they need their fix. They're like, what is going on? This is crazy. I want the new update in this game. I need the new update in this game. I can't live anymore. I need this. Two, because GGG usually do the whole meme, okay? The announcement of the announcement of the announcement. Okay? It's true. They do this all the time. They have groomed their audience to expect the announcement of the announcement of the announcement. And guess what? That hasn't happened. So now people are thinking, oh my goodness, there's no announcement of the announcement.
Okay, real quick. What if... Hear me out. That no announcement of the announcement of the announcement. We don't get that this time. We just get the announcement. We just get told, here's the date for the update. Or even further out left field. They just dropped their fucking 30-minute video. Or whatever, however long it is. The 40 minutes video. They just drop it. No picture that leads into a 2-minute teaser that leads into the 45-minute like live stream or whatever. It's just, here it is. Here's the 50-minute video of what's coming. Enjoy. That'd be crazy.
Announcement. So that means this patch must be delayed. There's no way it's coming out on May 1st. Totally agree. I don't think it's coming out on May 1st. There's no way it's coming out on May 8th. I disagree. I think it's going to drop on May 8th. They're going to do a 3-week teaser season. So we are going to get a teaser next week. The week after that, we're going to get the reveal. And then the week after that is the release on May 8th. Now, here's what they've also been doing when they have a class involved. They actually start it, a little bit earlier than usual, okay? They do the class teaser first, and then they do the league teaser, okay, a week later. And then the week after that is the reveal stream, and the week after that is the reveal. And here's what that means, guys. There's going to be a league. You know what that probably means from my perspective? Unless they're completely changing how they're doing the marketing. Should we pour one out for the duelist, guys? I don't think we're going to get the duelist. I don't think we're going to get a class. Oh. I also heard somebody say they're just going to shadow drop it, which would not make sense unless they shadow dropped the shadow. Right? I literally hear a phone ringing, but my phone isn't ringing and my wife's phone isn't ringing. Is there another phone inside my house? That's not good. I don't recognize this ringtone. My window isn't open. I literally hear a phone ringing, guys. This is terrifying. So does anybody disagree? Like, I think it's May 8th. I think it's May 8th. And honestly, if there's a delay, it will be a shame. Okay? I won't lie. Because we all remember last April. I remember it vividly because it was like the best thing that could have happened for my interview with Jonathan. Jonathan's like, you know what? We've been locking content too long. We're locking dates from now on. So we're going to consistently be releasing updates every 4 months for PoE 2 and every 4 months for Path of Exile 1. And it sucks to say that that really hasn't happened. They've kind of been pushing the envelope the entire time. But this, if there was a delay from April to May to June, or even April to May, that's 5 months. April to June, 6 months. That really sucks. But my opinion is, let them cook. It will be unfortunate. I know a lot of people will be upset. They will be going back on that promise that they made just a year ago. But honestly, just let them cook. If they think it's literally not ready, why ship it? Why create another firestorm of a patch, essentially, is my point of view. We're far past the treat it like an early access game. It's a full release game, and if they don't want to release an expansion because they think it's not ready, don't do it. There must be problems. Hey, thanks for the $5 free Bandai free. Nice name. Swords, more melee weapons in general, more important than another class. But they wrap them together, brother. They wrap classes with weapons. I totally agree. I want more melee weapons. I am a melee dude. I recently just listened to another set of interviews from Jonathan from a long time ago where he's like, yeah, we built PoE 2 originally because we wanted to make melee feel better. That was the big thing because we wanted to update the melee animations, and to make melee feel better, we had to update the rigs. And PoE 2 just ballooned out from that in scope. And we have spears, that's melee, right? Partially melee. We have quarterstabs, we have unarmed, and we have maces, and now we have the shape-shifting forms. I think quarterstabs and shape-shifting forms actually feel pretty good. I think all the melee skills feel pretty good, except I'm just not the biggest fan of maces because I just think it's too slow for how the game is designed. The best time to release Swords and 1.0... Or, sorry, the best time to release the Duelist and Swords, 1.0 marketing-wise makes the most sense. Game goes free, all the X, the Swords, that'll be pretty huge. Most players come back. Yeah.
No matter the
If they
path,
want to focus on the marketing and the hype, yeah, you're probably right. So that's at the end of this year. It is. The end game must have been so near completion, it's insane people think it's the only thing coming. We say that, James Reed. We say that. What's the text on my mug today? Oh my. Uh-oh. Mrs. Wright. Well, that's what happens when you just grab a mug and you don't give a crap what it says on it. Got a heart on it too. Pretty cool, guys. I'll just fold this up. More dev interviews, in my opinion. Let's go. Well, Saber, I've asked to not only interview Jonathan and Mark. Oh, okay. Here's the other thing that kind of sucks, guys. So, yeah, okay. Gazzy also said this on his stream, so you know I feel comfortable saying it too. I asked for an interview for 0.5 for Jonathan and Mark, Jonathan or Mark, right? As I always do. And usually, guys, they get back to me about a month or more out to schedule the date because they do it in advance. They like to plan, right? Well, they said, hey, try, you know, sounds good. We'll get back to you closer to the date. That was 3 weeks ago, and I've heard nothing. So there's two options here. One, I could just not be getting a dev interview. That's pretty likely. Okay, honestly. We've had a good run. Every single patch so far. Cheers. Or what's also likely is a little bit of a delay. Maybe we're not close to the date. So, I don't know, guys. I have asked for more dev interviews. Like, for, you know, the skill designers, animation team. I kind of asked for the interviews that they're doing themselves and posting on their YouTube channel. That are pretty awesome. But
Fuck.
you know, yeah, it was a good run. It was a good run. I have not talked with Thomas Mahler yet. I can't talk with him until I beat his game and play the end game. For as much as people say I don't play Path of Exile 2, I do play quite a bit, I think, and I need to play the game to talk to the devs.
Yep, dude. Okay.
The most unprepared I ever felt
Fuck.
for an interview was my last Epoch interview with their game director and some of their devs, and I prepped to the moon for that, and people freaking loved that interview. People loved it. During Tombs of the Erased, I got the most positive feedback for that interview that I've ever got. For that. Crazy. Hey, off meta Michael. The GGG devs are bus. Is that some sort of street slang? I don't know what bus is. Is that like busy? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There we go. How you doing, Michael? Hey, it's early for you too, right? Can you get Zaki, the guy that bounces bosses again? I think Jungroan should interview Zaki. No, Gigasol, Chadman, good. They could pull a Destiny 2 and not announce a delay until a week before the update, and it ends up being 3 months plus delayed. Please no, though. I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna do that. Yep, Barthius, that's basically what I think. Teaser 24th of April, showcase 1st of May, league start 8th of May, except I think that the reveal stream will be the 30th of April, not the 1st of May. They always do it on a Thursday in the US. Thanks for the follows, you guys. Arthur, my man, it is 6:26 on a Sunday. 6:26 on a Sunday. I've got church in a couple hours. We're gonna do this pod. It's gonna be good. Good morning, Squezzy. They might want to get a different streamer's perspective. Please. Please. I would love that, my man. I think the more dev interviews, the better. It's obviously harder for grinding your games. So, I personally thought Jungroan's interview was great of the QE1 devs. I like Scissorin's interview. There are very few interviews that I don't like. It's just always good to get more insight from the developers, I think. Selfishly, I like doing it too. Not gonna lie, right? But it's just always good to watch their chats. I really, guys, if you haven't, subscribe to Chris Wilson's YouTube channel. That's probably the best YouTube channel for gamers out there right now. His chat with Thomas Mahler, oh my god, what a talk! And Thomas, he's good. Chris is great though. I gotta say, the way Chris lays out stuff, oh, it's just, it's uncanny. Came back from church myself. It's 11:27 a.m. for you. Yeah, our service starts at 10:30 and it goes until about 11:45, and then we play basketball a bit outside, and then we go to lunch. So. In Brazil at 7 a.m. We're not too far. Yeah, an hour off. Wow. Yeah, that was incredible. To be frank, part of the reason Melee feels bad is because they're competing against Blaster ranged builds. I really like how they all play as standalone. Yeah, I do think that is one of the big problems. It's just the disparity. And how safe you are as a ranged build as opposed to melee. It's kind of funny. What kind of church? Non-denominational. Non-denominational Christian is what I go to. Not like an evangelist church or any of that. It's like a gospel loving, Bible preaching church. We just like analyze Bible verses and sing a couple songs.
Typical of the vow.
Okay,
Such things.
let's see here, guys. We got about 30 minutes until the pod with Miso. All right. So let's see why we're having the pod with Miso. We don't have news yet, no. I'm sad I didn't get to chat to Chris the couple times I was at events with him pre his YouTube days. Well, now Savory, I just got on his YouTube channel. Just be like, Chris,
Once
I need an
corruption
interview.
takes hold, it does not let.
Here's where we can find the Hopium. I think it's going to be May 8th. I just think GGG's being a little quiet. They're not doing the usual announcement of the announcement. All right, guys.
Yeah, I don't really
So-
think they're gonna delay till June. That's like, it's
Yeah,
like
Miso-
suicide, dude.
Yeah. Miso's playing the game. I yapped about the game. It was so funny. So we were out at dinner last night, my wife and I, with a couple other couples. We were doing like a quadruple date. And one of the guys is like, okay, so your streams, right? You're going to stream tomorrow, you said? I was like, yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow early in the morning. It's like, okay, so do you play the game? And I was like, right now, I had to explain to him stalling season, right? And how during stalling season, I primarily talk about the game and then I blast the game. I play a ton of the game upon the update's release. And apparently my wife made, like, she told me after, she's like, try it. You made it sound like you never play the game, that you only talk about the game. And I was like, oh, did I do that? Is that what I sound like, sweetie? Oh my goodness. And I guess I might have confused him. So I know she got a point. She got a point, right? No, hey, I understand that I'm more of a, I'm more of a football commentator than a football player. Even though, I do get on the field and play a decent chunk in my opinion. I don't play nearly as much as other, commentators, but I do play. Gardisto with the 26 months. Holy crap. How many level 100 characters do I have? Let's lay out a couple things here, guys. Okay, people who don't play PoE just wouldn't understand. It's always 1 month of playing followed by 3 months of yapping, LOL. Well, yeah, pretty much. That's what I do. Here. In Path of Exile 1, I think I have like 6 level 100 characters. But in Path of Exile 1, it's kind of a joke to get to level 100. Let's be real, guys. In Path of Exile 2, 0 level 100 characters. Here's some other stats. I've never looted a Mirror of Kalandra. I've never gained a Mirror of Kalandra. I've never had 1,000+ Divine Orbs in my stash before. What else have I never done that kind of takes away from my cred? I haven't killed every single Uber in Path of Exile 1. I've only killed 5 Ubers, 5 out of the 7 Ubers. Oh, and I haven't killed the Uber incarnation of Dread, blah, blah, blah. I haven't done that. What else to take away from my Path of Exile cred? I once said that spell totems were the most powerful way to cast spells in Path of Exile 1. And what I actually meant was they are the safest, and they encourage, brain rot gameplay of cast on ground, run in circles. I should have said that. That would have gone way better if I was like totems in Path of Exile 1. Am I right? They kind of just encourage you to do numbskull gameplay. That would have been good. What else? How about this? I have 1 kid, 2 kids. Oh, I haven't told you guys. Remember, some of you may know, I haven't made an announcement on my YouTube channel yet. I'm going to do it in the next news video. Some of you may know I'm having a 3rd child. Okay. They are arriving in October of this year, right before ExileCon. Literally 2 weeks is the due date before ExileCon. So my wife isn't going to ExileCon anymore. My brother is coming with me instead. I will be going as long as the baby is okay. I have 2 girls right now, guys. Can I get a guess of what we're having with the 3rd kid? Because we found out last week. Oh, let's see. What do people think? A PoE boy? A barbarian? Amazing. Yeah, all children come out barbarians, brother. Yep. Third girl. Girl, cat. Oh I'm not having a cat. A Templar. Maybe. I am now religious, so maybe that's how it works. Flows from my veins to theirs. Girl, sorceress, stretch. I literally was stretching before you even did anything, Huevesco. GG, a girl. Alright. Yeah, I see like 95% are like another girl. Yeah, I'm having another girl. 3 girls! 3 girls! What? What? Ah! So my house is going to be four women and 1 man. So yeah, I'm pretty outnumbered. Okay. I thought I was finally gonna have a boy. Guys, they better like some of the more masculine things. Okay? Like, my audience is 99.1% men. One of them has to like Path of Exile 2 or ARPGs. They have to like watching Lord of the Rings, reading the books. Like, please. Please. I mean, right now they both kind of like dragons and they like fantasy, so they seem to enjoy rolling dice when I play D&D. Like, they'll come and roll dice with me, so I'm really hoping that that I can kind of like Wraith. Influence them. I hope that I can influence them to enjoy these sort of things and not totally be like, not touching this stuff. I do not know what that is, Darksider. Are you doing the Erickson secret technique to guarantee a boy from How I Met Your Mother? No, because I'm not having a boy.
Question, where the fuck are my charges?
In the chamber, honestly. Hey, love your positivity and enthusiasm. Got rage baited from time to time from your takes, but love your content nonetheless. I appreciate it, man. I never mean to rage bait, okay? I think what you mean is you just get upset at my takes and disagree with me strongly. I really don't ever mean to rage bait. I don't. Unless I'm Toxic Try.
Fuck is this?
Which I have another Toxic Try video coming out. I think it's today on my 2nd channel. Does anybody know what comedian I'm trying to embody? I mean, I'm just going to say, I'm trying to embody Tim Dillon. I don't know if anybody knows who Tim Dillon is, but he does a show every single week, and I'm literally trying to like embody his style of comedy. You know, with the glasses, with the hat, you know, with the shades, literally like looking at the camera. I don't know. It's really hard. I'm not a comedian, but I'm gonna try to do that because I have lots of fun doing it, and I make myself laugh. So, and it seemed like quite a few people thought it was funny too. So, there's a 2nd channel. Yeah, there's a 2nd channel. I have a 2nd channel. I've been posting a lot on my 2nd channel. What is it called? Called Extras? Yeah. No, it's. I have to change the link. I changed the name of the channel. This is the channel name. Tries. It has my No Rest for the Wicked videos, which will be moving to the main channel. It has my reactions, and it has my my comedy bit. Me and my daughter just finished Lord of the Rings of the Hobbit last night, and I played D&D with her too, and she's building Lord of the Rings in Minecraft. There is hope! Another Zeo! Let's go! Yes! Tim Dillon? Oh, you mean the news? Yeah. I mean, I can't wait until I drop, Rutu, friend of the show, Rutu. What did he do a couple weeks ago? Yeah, Ball. Friend of the show, Ball. Oh my goodness gracious. That's what opinion is. No, everyone never agrees. Yes, and just because you don't agree doesn't mean you gotta get rage baited or anything like that. Just say you don't agree. Don't say this is rage bait. Oh. Straight of her moves. Friend of the show, straight of your moves. Yeah. I mean, I've seen that joke too, Turtle Theory. The straight of her muse. Why is it straight? What's wrong with it being the straight? Yeah, I mean, his show is excellent. The news. I tried to show my wife the one. This is getting dangerously close. The one about Pam Bondi getting fired, where he puts on the fake boobs. And he constantly is like jumping up and down throughout the show. And he's complaining. He's like, oh, God, my back hurts. This is actually like, oh gosh, so good. Oh, thanks, Bruce Leon. Yeah, it's good. Okay, all right. We're back to the PoE. Okay, that was
Kinda
a brief
fucking
political
shitty run.
interlude. Let's go back to the Path of Exile. So, the reason I'm having the pod with Miso Shiro is I can't get Tim Dillon's face out of my head now. The reason that that's the wrong one. Monitor. There we go. The reason we're having the pod with Miso is it's this video. Jonathan speaks about the vision. All right. This was like a direct almost response video to me talking about the vision as I saw it with Jonathan. And it was almost, I mean, honestly, the way I saw it was he was kind of misrepresenting my perspective to his audience, in my opinion. So I immediately was like, I got to get him on the podcast. Let's talk one-on-one because this is kind of crazy. In it, he essentially talks about like Jonathan has always wanted the game to be screen cleary and you to do that in PoE 2, and how people, and come on, I know he's referencing me in the video because I'm releasing a ton of videos about this lately, right? And everybody's reacting to them. Have said that this is, you know, it was never in the vision. The game is meant to be slow. They want more meaningful blah, 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 right? And I totally disagree. In my video, I literally say you should be able to screen clear. The problem is it happens too fast, right? Combat becomes trivial too quickly. That was the entire point of my initial video essay. Now, what I hadn't watched was this initial one, which is 5 minutes long, and we're going to react to it here on the channel right before the podcast. I was with Miso there, saw it kind of the same. Hate you going to run the remote. I don't know what that means, but you were with screen clear slower isn't screen clear. Screen clear slower isn't screen clear. Screen clear slower isn't screen clear. What? I don't understand that, honestly. When I clearly say this is what's gonna happen, you're gonna eventually be able to screen clear, like that is the end progression of your character. I'm explicitly saying you should be able to do this. I guess but it was framed as you should never be able to do this, and it should be like no rest of the wicked. Totally disagree on that. Yeah. I mean, you should not be able to reach screen clear as quickly.
Ciao.
That's what I mean. So, guy's never winning another argument in his life again. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Let's listen to this video. Let's see. If I have to fight all rares like 15 seconds, then I don't screen clear, is what I meant. But yeah, I guess right. My point is, at the end of your character's progression, the game will be trivial. Near the end of it, right? Right now, you're getting into maps, and a T1 map feels the same as a T15 map when your build even comes online a little bit. Who is sitting there actually fighting and engaging with the monsters in endgame? Come on, let's be real. The hit points are a joke. The damage in a lot of cases are a joke. You're just blowing up crap, and you are incentivized to do it because of the mechanics that are in Path of Exile 2. Abyss, Breach, Ritual, Expedition, literally all of them incentivize you needing to be able to do this. If you do not have a build capable of this, you do not have a build capable of playing Path of Exile 2 right now. Let's be real. And I'm only really talking about this because I went back and I played all these other games and I realized, oh my goodness, they're all kind of samey. What is going on? You know? At Talkative Try, who wants to engage with monsters? I do. I think we're missing an important middle ground in which you transition from needing to engage to blowing stuff up. It is the same as it was in 0.1. It is literally the same. It has been a problem since day one. I think some of us, including myself, have been saying this since day one, and we thought we were going to go in a different direction where it smooths out. In fact, it's gotten worse, in which you get more powerful quicker and everything is less trivialized faster. I guess I should have been beating the drum louder this whole time. I only really realized it until when I went back and I played Path of Exile 1 again for a whole week, got 36 challenges, played No Rest of the Wicked, played Diablo 2, played these other games, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Path of Exile 2 in less than a year basically has the level of power creep that PoE 1 has had across 15. Guys, anybody who's saying that's not the case, come on. That's so true. That is so true. So true. Game is power crept already. It, like, ugh. All right. Gonna be hard to embody Tim Dillon and also not like beer. I can't do beer, dude. I just can't. I can't. I agree with you. You have such cool design for monsters and don't even have time to see them. Why have 500 plus monsters and then not care about what the monsters do? Oh, yeah. All right, so here we go. I'll start for the reaction. Okay, so has Path of Exile 2 already lost its vision? I think this is a reaction to my video. Path of Exile 2 must make a stand, and it's Miso responding to a part of it. Let's see. This patch 0.3 almost completely killed the more intentional gameplay vision that so many people, including myself, expected from Path of Exile 2. Abyss, super fun, but it forced builds to be able to screen clear and screen clear quickly. Yeah.
Again, I do not think that this is true.
How is this not true, Miso? How is this not true? Come on. Okay, I need to hear what he means by this. Right before we talk to him, remember, we're talking to Miso in 15 minutes. How is this not true?
Jonathan's original vision was that the game was going to be relatively fast. I think there was...
That is true. That is true.
There's no avoiding, and that's what ARPG players do want to do. Even if you stem...
And that is what... Okay, I think that is such a monolithic point of view. That is what ARPG players want to do. I think there's nuance to this conversation. I think there's room for more different types of ARPG in the isometric genre, aside from zoom, zoom, screen clear, blast, blast, very fast in the game. I think that even has room in this game, but there needs to be a progression to that. I feel like there is not a progression. I mean, some people also are advocating for a campaign skip. So you would entirely just skip out that point of progression and just go to blasting immediately.
All the way back to Diablo 2, like the best builds, what builds people wanted to aim for were builds that could clear a lot of mobs at once. Maybe it's not like blow up the entire screen big, but people were chasing for this, like, hey, clearing things as fast as possible has always been the MO for ARPGs.
Okay, did you hear what Miso said there? Did you hear what Miso said? Keyword, chasing.
Entire screen big, but people were chasing for this, like, hey,
chasing.
I don't know, this kind of mud class kind of fucking
I agree.
sucks.
Chasing. This should be aspirational. I don't think this should be just a, literally any old build essentially will be able to do this. That's kind of how it is in PoE 2. Unless the skill is complete dog, this skill can blow up the screen. It's not a chase. It really isn't. The chase becomes literally being able to like teleport from place to place. Like Temporalis is the real chase in PoE 2. That's the aspirational, right? How many players get it a league? 500, 600, 1,000? Less, maybe? I don't know. That's the aspirational. I think that's... I think the aspirational aspect of the game should be a little bit more than your Temporalises, right?
Clearing things as fast as possible has always been the MO for ARPGs.
But it also doesn't need to always be the MO. My other big thing is PoE 2 was meant to be different. They stated as much. They were going to change the way combat felt. It was supposed to be next gen. I know that he looked up some interviews where Jonathan was like, where a veteran player is like, we'll be able to screen clear and zoom. And Jonathan's like, oh, yeah. You can eventually do it, but it's going to look a little differently, right? And the journey there will be different. The whole problem is it doesn't really look any different, and the journey there isn't really all that different either, in my opinion.
Always been, hey, I want to gear my character. I want to make it strong. I want to make content trivial. I want to be able to farm loot as fast as possible. That is the essence of an ARPG, and I think that any ARPG that steps away from that is kind of stepping away from it being an ARPG in general. Like, I know there's No Rest for the Wicked that people always point out. It's like, hey, here's an ARPG that's like, not really that fast and zoomy.
Okay. This is the fun. When you do this, when you go from one extreme to the other, there's an entire middle ground that you're missing, and that's what I'm fighting for. I do not want Path of Exile 2 to be No Rest for the Wicked. I don't. That does really well having its own distinct vision and standing out in the RPG genre. And I think he argues that it's not even an RPG. I would argue that it is. Has random-based loot, okay? Okay? Isometric, right? It has all the things that he just described there, except one thing. The zoom. It doesn't necessarily have the zoom.
I played No Rest of the Wicked. I did not like it because I don't think it felt it. I would describe it as, because they describe it as an ARPG that is like very Souls-like, right? There's Souls-like combat, Souls-like ARPG. But I would say it's not ARPG enough to be an ARPG, and it's not Souls-like enough to be like a Souls-like. And that...
Okay. So here... It sounds like what I'm hearing is don't innovate. Don't take risks. Don't try something new. Don't go outside the confines of the game. That's why I think that's one of the big reasons I disagree. I think that they should do that. They should take risks. They should innovate. Obviously, that's what No Rest for the Wicked did. Don't just stay within your genre just because it's safe, and that's because what you want, and because you don't like that. They should be trying new things. I think they should be trying new things and trying to gain a new audience, and also trying to please that existing audience, right? Push the boundaries of it. I think PoE 2 is playing it very safe, okay? And I say this after playing all these other games and getting a little bit more experience. It just feels very safe to me.
That's why I don't like playing No Rest of the Wicked, because it doesn't feel like it really caters to either audience. If you're making an ARPG and you want to cater to the ARPG audience, you're gonna have to make it so that you're gonna be able to farm super fast, blow up big mobs, go fast, zoom, right? That's just how it is.
You can make that, but there can be a better path to that. I think that's the whole argument. I think that's where we're kind of like talking past each other, which is why I wanted him on the podcast.
The ceiling of zoom, however, you can decide what you want, because the ceiling of PoE 1 zoom is way higher than PoE 2. But at the same time, I would not say that PoE 2 is slow, and that's what a lot of people are saying right now. And I think it's kind of ironic as well. And maybe it's a different community, right? Maybe Try has never been at a community that was like, I think the game needs to go faster, right? He probably was.
I have been in this community. Miso, brother, I have talked about this for so long. I have been in this community. I know people have been asking for the game to go faster. I haven't been one of those people. Brother.
But it's interesting because I feel like the prevalent conversation for the majority of PoE 2's existence has been that PoE 2 is a little bit too slow. And it's interesting.
No, I disagree. I think the primary narrative has been that some skills are slow, like maces. What is slow about playing Lightning Arrow? What was slow about Lightning Spear? What is slow about Hollow Palm Monk? What is slow about the Gemling Legionnaire of 0.1? There are so many fast builds in this game. I think that's a crazy take. I feel like one archetype is slow, and it's maces. Everything else in the confines of PoE 2 is fast. It's very fast. Like, the game is so fast.
Power can hide where you least expect.
Seeing like these little bits and pieces, these pockets where people are kind of pushing back right now and being like, whoa, guys, why are we making it so fast? It's a little bit too fast for me right now. So I find it really interesting that we're kind of having this conversation.
Get fucked.
Okay, but that's not the point. That's why I'm so confused. This is a reaction to a broader video. And in the video, I say it's fine to be fast. It's that the wave you're getting there is way too quick. I'm so confused, Miso. That's why I'm having you on the pod, because I am so confused how this is what you took from my video. I rewatched my video yesterday. And I literally say 2 minutes before this, you should be able to screen clear. Screen clearing is an important part of the game. Jonathan's always thought this. I think this should be possible. But the journey there is way too quick. It almost occurs in the campaign at this point, when back in 0.1, it happened in the end game, early end game. I think that should just be, your character's progression should be longer. So I don't understand why he's thinking, I'm saying the game should be super slow. I'm not saying that. My primary argument is I want to engage in the game. I don't want to simply run around blasting packs, having them blow up like a loot pinata. I want to see the different monsters, and I want to be able to dodge their abilities. I want to, like, I don't know what is, I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over, but it's so basic. That's all I'm asking for. I'm just asking for the game to not be so trivial so quick. That is what I'm asking for. That is the essence. So that is why I'm talking to him in 5 minutes.
Well, and it's not just try though. The thing is, it's not just try. Other people are kind of saying this as well. Like I've heard other people talking about it. Maybe try's the loudest one or the biggest content creator talking about it, but I've definitely heard other people say this and kind of share a similar sentiment. But I don't think that the game was ever supposed to be a not screen clear game. I think that since day one, it was supposed to be, hey, at some point, I'm going to be able to press a button and the screen's going to explode.
Yes!
Maybe you could make an argument that it gets there too early or too fast.
Miso! That is what this video is doing! Miso, this entire video, the thesis is exactly what you just said. I hate reactions.
Could have been worse.
I hate maybe he was baiting me into watching this video and inviting him on the podcast. But that is the exact point of this whole video. It's a 14-minute video, and that is the thesis statement.
Not sure what I'm gonna do with it.
I'm not even kidding.
Cheers.
That is the thesis statement of my video. What he just said, and he's acting like it's a novel idea. Miso! Miso!
Maybe you can make an argument saying that, hey, you should need a little bit more gear to get to this point. Sure, right? We can make that argument. But I don't think there's ever an argument saying that the game was never supposed to be at some point where you can just press a button and explode the entire screen. I do think, however, bossing is a little bit too non-intentional. I don't know. We do kill bosses way too fast right now. If you guys have played Path of Exile 1, you'll know that the uber bosses, the pinnacle bosses, they take a long time, and you're going to see their mechanics. In Path of Exile 2, you just blow that boss up and one-shot it. You'll see it.
Totally agree with him here, too. PoE 1 ubers far outshine the PoE 2 bosses and ubers. Like, you actually have to engage with a variety of mechanics. There's so much more intentional in PoE 1. Totally agree with him here, too. I mean, like, we agree. That's why I'm confused what happened here, because we 100% agree. So why is it framed as like, yeah, dunking on try? No!
Any mechanics. And it's funny how Path of Exile 1 is supposed to be the zoomy game, and Path of Exile 2 is supposed to be the bossing game, but meanwhile, Path of Exile 1 is more of a bossing game than Path of Exile 2 is. So I think there really is a misalignment there, and there needs to be a big change there. The screen clear stuff, mapping stuff, keep it fast, right? We all want that to be fast. But I think there's a conversation to be had with bossing, and that bossing should be a little bit more intentional.
You are flip-flopping! You flip-flopper! What are you doing? Miso, this is a 5-minute clip. This is a 5-minute clip. You're oh my gosh, Miso. This is peak stalling season. What do you mean, keep it the way it is, the screen clearing? I thought there was a conversation to be had about getting there too fast. Ah!
The gameplay there should take more than 2 seconds, and we should be going around and trying to dodge skills, do mechanics, and things like that, because I think that is more of what at least the game engine is kind of built around. So
that's a good one.
Yeah, like at some point, right? Maybe you're gonna get strong enough to be able to one-shot the boss. I'm not saying we shouldn't be able to one-shot the boss, but right now, every meta build is able to one-shot bosses very easily and very early on.
Problem.
Like, you don't need crazy funding to like kill a boss in 2 to 5 seconds. You really don't.
And that's my point with also blowing up monsters. That's the point. That's my point. Boom.
But I think that that's a little bit too easy. So I think keep it, but maybe just for like the ceiling characters. And if you're like less eager, you gotta go some defense, man. That's just what the game is made around.
Miso is literally making my argument. So we're going to get Miso on literally now. And if you like that react, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Okay, we're literally... All right, it's time to get Miso on. Let me knock on Twitch. Let's see. Let's knocky. Whoa, we got a lot of viewers on Twitch. Hello, Twitch people. We have like 500 total viewers across both screens. Streams. Hello, everybody on Twitch. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's get, how do I knock Miso? Let's get knock. Knock. Mute. How do I share chat? Share chat. Oh, he's got to accept first. Okay. Wow, yeah. Well, we got almost 600 people across both streams. Sorry. Wow, hey, Fat Pandolf. What's happening, man? What do you mean Miso got the point? Of course Miso has a point. We have the same point. That's why I'm confused. I'm so confused. All right, let me get my headset on. Hey, Blue Saw. What's happening, man? I did buy the PoE 2 early access because it was advertised as different and more focused on combat, and I still have a little bit of hope, just a little. But sure, I also don't want it to be like No Rest for the Wicked like ARPG. Hell no. Exactly. Heck no, dude. Please no. No Rest for the Wicked. Where's Miso? I knockered. Alright, let me get... Oh, we're good. He accepted. I see. How do I share chat again? Where's the share? There it is. Start sharing chat. There we go. All right. Hello, Miso's chat. Hi, Miso chat. What's going on? Okay, let me get the show notes up and running. Where are they? There they are. Good. Okay. I think we're set. Still saying podcast. Not Blazeworks TV. Nah, we got Miso here. Miso here. Okay, get them all centered up here. That center? Oh, look, center. Were you when the Fire Nation attacked? Indeed. Okay. Let's see. Miso, tell him, please. I'm pretty sure Miso and I agree. I'm gonna run ads really quick, guys, so that Twitch doesn't screw you guys. So we won't start the pod until the ads are over. We're running ads now on Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. Is your room soundproof? No, but my girls are awake. I heard them get up. Gotta rename that podcast after your reaction to his reaction.
Everything is wet and vile in Ogam.
This guy, it says PM. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Chat is gone. All right. Ready for... Oh. It's his partner anniversary? Oh, Miso's is... Wait. Miso's is PM or mine is PM? No, mine isn't PM. Alright, start virtual camera. People might not have heard me. Thank you. Thank you for the sub, Febo. Oh, thanks for the sub, Fat Pandal, for 9 months. I didn't see that. Oh. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm waiting for Miso to say I'm good to call. Get chat up here. Get that here. That's there. Miso's here. Oh, he's ready. Oh, sick. Okay. Alright. Where is video call? There it is. Where is video call? Pop pop. Full screen it. 5 members.
Give me one moment.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, could you stream it? You gotta just edit the camera source thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always.
Yeah.
How's Spiral Volley? I hear you're on tier 12 maps.
It's alright. It's alright.
Are you doing the Prada's build?
No, it's my build.
Oh, different
that I
build?
made
Okay.
a while back.
Oh, nice. Amber, go to mom. Go down to mom. Mom's downstairs, okay?
Okay, that works.
I'm streaming. You can't come over here. I love you.
Okay, there it is. And we need to set my lights back to default.
I know. I'm streaming. That's why I'm being a little loud. Sorry. Did I wake you up? Okay. Yeah, could you close the door, sweetheart? You want Zosha to come out? Zosha's probably gonna stay in here with me. So go downstairs. I think your mom and Chloe are downstairs. 1 second. Sorry, Miso.
Oh, all good. All good.
Let me go get her. Amber sweet.
Take a pun. I'm not sure what I'm going
Well,
to do with it, but
I guess we'll have to wait for Mr. Talkative Try. Guess we'll sit here and wait for Mr. Talkative Try. Kids and Miso stream not family friendly. Miso will never relate. I mean, look, never say never, right? But the likelihood of me relating is maybe a little bit low. Let's just say, maybe a little bit low. It's a little bit low. That's maybe a little bit more than teensy weensy. I won't even give children's money. What does that mean? What does that mean? Are you saying if a kid came up to me and asked for money randomly, I wouldn't give them money? Of course. Why would I give a random kid money? Miso, I want your babies. I'm sorry, but those have been sold to the devil already. I already signed the contract.
This always happens, Miso. I'm pretty sure this happened on our first podcast at 0.3.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure my daughter like woke up and you had to like stall or something.
I don't think we did it at this time though. I think we did it at another time.
We did it at nighttime, I think.
Did we?
I thought so, right? Maybe.
I don't remember at this point. It was a while back.
It's like 5 p.m. your time. I usually do it at 8 p.m. But I don't have you here on stream. Let me get you. I have my brothers. So, I believe it's this one. Oh, perfect. Sick. Alright. And I think it's pretty carved out already.
Alright.
Have chat on screen. That's good. Little engagement, little Subway Surfers. YouTube video.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I do know some modern stuff, you know. That's what they do on TikTok, right? They have like Subway Surfers on the screen.
I think
Keep people engaged. Crazy. That's crazy, man. That's not good at all. They need to put Uma Mishume on the screen instead.
Ooh,
there you
go. You know the good stuff.
Yeah,
you know
the good stuff. Yeah, there you go. That works.
You know the good stuff.
All right, guys. How's Miso's voice levels, chat? Good? On my side? Ask Try why his content switched up so much from 0.3 to 0.4 became negative and rage bait. Are you kidding me? Is it good? Gladys? Good. Am I good on your end?
Yep.
Good? Okay. I will adjust your tag. All right, we can go for about an hour.
Right.
And yep, so we should be good. All right.
Not
Did you
good.
want to add anything else to the list? Or are we good? We can just
No,
improv
not
it.
really. I think we're good. I think I'm pretty good with the list.
All right, sick. Okay.
Like maybe something will come up in the